Right, YouTube, how's it going? Buster's weekly Sunday video. So, this video is about this Marlin state of the art. These are from the mid 80s, these guitars, by Marlin. This was after Samok bought them over. There was a big controversy about Marlin. People think that Marlin's a Welsh company. It's not. Originally, because I looked this up because I'd had this discussion before. So they were made in East Germany from 1985 to 1986 when Samok bought them over in 86, and then they made the Sidewinder and also they made the Ninja Axis that I've got that I've did the video on. So Marlin was not a British company. Marlin they were made in Germany, imported into Britain, and then they were distributed by the British Music String Limited in Wales. So the ones before 86 will have Wales on the back, and then anything after that they're all made in the Samok factory. And Samok made a lot of guitars. They made some of the Squires as well. So then they were taken over by, in 1989, the brand was bought by Honor, who switched the product to Court. So with that being said, this one would be after 89 then, because this is a Honor, this is a Court one, so this is not a Samok one. I thought this was a Samok one as well. It must be a Court one then, because this has got the same headstock as some Honor bases that I've owned in the same setup. So that just shows you. I didn't know that. So there you go. So they were made Germany first, distributed by the British String Company, and then owned by Samok, and then owned by, well, Samok, bought by Samok, then bought by Honor, I think, and then moved to Court factory. So this must be a Court one then, because as I said, this has got a Honor headstock, because you get a Honor's, I've had quite a few Honors with this headstock, and at one time I had 3 with the same headstock, so this must be a Court one then, so 89. I don't know if that's correct, obviously you can correct me if wrong. I'm just going with what I've read off of the history of Marlin. But the main point is Marlin is not a Welsh company, simple. But yeah, so this was when, must be when Honor owned them. Really nice guitar, really unusual shape this. I've only ever seen 2 of these in person. The rest have all been online and all stupid money. I got this for really cheap in Edinburgh. So I bet Malco this. Malco didn't want to break the lockdown, and neither did I, but I just so happened I was working there, so I got it. This is pretty much standard. I've not done anything to this whatsoever. I've cleaned up the electrics. The electrics are exactly the same as when I got it off of the person. Only thing that I did change was I changed the selector switch because it broke, and changed the knobs. That was it. So that's all I've done. The machine heads is exactly the same. It's got the original bridge, original pickups. So this has got volume for the neck, volume for the bridge, master tone, and a 3-way selector. It's got a weird shape. Malcolm likes it for this. Says my daughter calls it the Adam West Batman guitar, because it's the same as the Batman. Probably said that I've done this video about 3 times, so keep getting interrupted. It's got a brass nut, which I don't think's original, but it's been there for a long time because it was great, actually literally green when I had it. I've not changed the strings in these. So these strings, I put these strings on it when I first got it, and I got it over a year ago. I think, yeah, roto sounds. So basically what I did was I changed the strings on one of my other basses, and these still had a bit of life left on them, so I put these on this just to get a wee bit of life, because I don't really play that often. Really straight neck. Truss-rod adjusters, no been at all. So it's, the truss adjuster is kind of like new. There's a nice slop in it when you go to adjust it. One of the keys it was loose. It was still welded, but it would rattle when you were playing, so I just basically glued that. But it was still fixed. I think anything else I've done here. So this is a BBR, black, red. So black body, red binding, neck as well, binding on the neck, painted black neck. It's got a Marlin on the 12th fret, red fret markings. It's got a red Marlin on here as well. So I seen one of these for sale on eBay last week, 150 quid. And at that time my daughter had this, and I thought that she'd tried to punt it, but she'd not. And why I knew that is because it had the Batman sticker on it. Really nice sounding guitar. So I'll give you a wee blast. She got it because she wanted to learn how to play, as I call it, duff stuff. As you can see in my sign behind me, duff stuff. Big Guns N' Roses fan, as you probably tell. So that's what she got it for. Really nice sounding. So what I'll do is, I'll give you a wee demo of this. So I'm playing through my BH250, everything up at 12, no tone print on, but it is running through my Sony Cake wah-wah and volume pedal, and my 4-in-1 pedal from Sony Cake, which is, I'll do a separate video, but I'll show you my wee setup here, and once I've done it. So I'll let you hear what it sounds like. So this is the bridge, tone all the way up. So this is both pickups on, tone all the way up. Pickup, tone all the way up. This is bridge, tone all the way off. Lovely guitar. I don't play it that often. I kind of stick to my P basses and stuff. So yeah, this is a state of the art. I was going to sell it, and I keep changing my mind. I'm going to sell it or not. I think I'm just going to keep it. I'll keep it until somebody offers me the right money for it. So if you want it, and he's wanted to buy it off me, and he just hit me up. You offer me the right money, I will sell it. Like any of my guitars, if you offer me the right money, there is a price. There is a price for them all. So, yeah, really lovely guitar. See, I would reckon 89 because it's got the Honer headstock. So it would make it Cortland, not Samok, which I originally thought it was Samok, but it's not, it must be Cort. Yeah, lovely guitar. Definitely a that's it. That's the Marlin state of the art. So, as I said, it's I don't know how accurate that is. That's off of the history. This Marlin, the history of Marlin. It's definitely a Welsh distributor. Is definitely right. East Germany. In 1985, then it was. So I'm reading this obviously off of this Samok wiki page. So then before contracting out to Samok in 1986, then early Germany models was called the Slammer and can be identified by made in GDR on it. However, the mid 1986, the Samok made Sidewinder was already the best selling guitar in the UK because they were really good. I mean, they were heavy guitars. I remember my mate had a Sidewinder Strat. It was really heavy, but at that time, I mean, you paid not a lot of money for a shit guitar, or you had to pay a lot of money for a really good guitar. And then when they came in with this guitar, they kind of blew everything out the water. It means people could afford to play guitar then, or afford a decent instrument for cheap money. And held the status until 1988 before finally being taken over by the Korean Squire. So in 1989 the brand was bought by Honer, who switched the product to Cort. So I would say this was the Honer one because of the headstock. Because I've had quite a few Honers that had the exact same headstock. There was no differences. The guitar even had the neck adjuster. It was exactly the same apart from the fact it said Honer here, and it was a PJ bass. So it was a PJ bass, but obviously not a shape. It was like a standard PJ looking bass, like a Swallow. So I would say this was 89 then. This one. So yeah, definitely nice weird looking guitar. Definitely an eye catcher with the shape and the colour and stuff. But I'm a big fan of BBRs. I was going to buy Mad Malco. He's got a Washburn Force 8. I think it is the Force 8. I don't know, it's one of the Force range anyway. And his is a blue white binding, and I like the look of that. But I've seen the BBR version of that and I don't really like it for some reason. I don't know what it is. His one's really nice. It's a really nice maple neck and stuff, really lovely. If I ever get a chance to one of them, I'd definitely buy it. But I don't like the BBR one. Same shape, exactly the same shape and everything, but BBR, it just doesn't. I found there was a Honer. This is another reason why I think this might be Honer as well, because there was a Honer guitar that I seen on one of the sites, and I sent it to him, he went and bought it. And it was a Honer, but it was a BBR. Yeah, so lovely guitar. So if you ever get a chance of one of these for cheap, pick it up. As it says everyone's got a price. If you like it, then hit me up, and then I would part with it for the right money. There is one on eBay for 150, but this is one of the guitars that, to be fair, I'll be totally honest with you, I wouldn't have bought it unless the only way I bought this is because I got it for a cheap price. I wouldn't go out my way to buy one of these. So this has to be somebody who had one of these when they first came out and want to have it for nostalgia reasons. I mean, I wouldn't pay £50 for this, to be honest with you. Yeah, I don't know selling that. I don't know why I sell it, so I don't really care. But I wouldn't go out and pay £50 for this. So there's other guitars that I could get for 150 quid, if not cheaper. But nostalgia wise, they're becoming rare. You probably find that people have stripped these and everything and done up weird stuff with them. But definitely a nice guitar. They don't make starter guitars like this anymore. I mean, this wouldn't have cost that much new, I don't think. But that's one of state of the art. It says, offer me the right money, it'll be yours. If not, it's staying in my collection. So, what I'll show you now is, before I shut the video off, been a bit of rambling today. But what I'll show you is this is my wee setup. I keep forgetting this. So this is this is my wee board that I made. I'll do a full in-depth video of this. Sony Cake. I mean this they've put the price up of these now. I mean I bought this, it was 80 quid. I think they're about 85 quid now, but for what they are, really good. So you've got a boost in comp, and then you've got a fuzz, a preamp, and an octave. I don't use octave. The octave just sounds weird. And this is a volume in wah-wah, so you click down on it, it's volume, and click down again, it's wah-wah. To get the sound that I want for Metallica, normally what I do is, try to get a sound in, I just click these three on, and that gives you that kind of distorted sound, and then obviously use the wah pedal. But I mean, you can buy an octave pedal which will cost you about 70 quid, 50 to 70 quid. You can probably get a better cheaper one than that, but even 20 quid, even you got one for 20. 30 quid I think it's cheapest octave pedal seems 30 quid. The preamp one I've seen about 30 quid cheaper. And then you've got so that's 60 quid there, these two, and then your fuzz pedal, say 30 quid as well, that's, and then another 30 for your boost and compression. So, I mean that's 120 quid for 4 pedals, and you can get this one pedal for 70 quid. Especially if you don't use it that much, do you know what I mean? I don't use it enough, so I could justify paying 70 quid for this, and then just, if I don't use it, I don't use it. But at least I've got it if I want it. Wah-wah pedal I think was 30 quid. Now I've stuck it to this, because this fits. I've got I don't know if you see my Laney here. So I've got this Laney RB4, and this is sitting on top of a cab from an R4 that the head was knackered, so I took the head off, said this before in videos, and built a hole through the back, put a jack on it, and then this connects to this cab and this now. So this is 165 watt, and connected to this cab is a 300 watt stack, and where the head of the R4 is, there's a space, so this fits down the back, and I've also left room that I can move this down and put more pedals in if I want and stuff like that. It's just so I can keep it all kind of in the one go. And if I wanted to take it with me in my bag, I'd just snip the tie wraps, and it'll just slide inside my bag. It's same this. And it's a really, I mean, this is a really small pedal. I mean, if you think of the size of a proper crybaby, you know what I mean, this is tiny. You know what I mean? So it's kind of handy if you want that kind of sound. I'm not saying it's as good a quality as a crybaby, but it is, if you just use it now and then for songs, it's really good. Somebody else did a video of this and they said that this is the similar preamp to the Sans amp. I've never had a Sans amp, so I wouldn't know, but it's a really good preamp. The fuzz pedal's really good. The boost and compression's really good. Octave, so it's got an octave 1 and octave 2, so that's either an octave up or an octave down. With a drive as well. Never use it though. It's really weird. I don't like octave. And then, as I said, I've got my tone print on this that I can add whatever effects I want. So I'll do a more in-depth of this, the pedal board. Maybe next week I'll do that. I'll dig out my Aria Pro that I use for doing some Metallica, and I'll do some of that. Yeah, so there you go, that's my video for this week. So hope you stay safe, guys, and be good. Hopefully we'll be out of this caper sometime soon. Summer's coming up as well, so my channel's not all just about basses. So nearly bike season, so there'll probably be some bike stuff on this as well, or I might just start another channel for my bike stuff. I don't know. So hopefully I can get out for the season on the bikes as well. So there you go, that's it. So that was the Marlin state of the art. Hope you liked the video. Please like and subscribe. If you struggle with the accent, there's always a subtitles bit up there. So stay safe and carry on.